A subquery is a query that appears inside another query statement. If you're doing a select statement, you can specify another query within the where clause, and that's called a subquery. And they're also called nested queries or inner queries. The syntax shown in the blue box is how you can create a subquery. So if you look inside the where clause, you'll see that there's another select statement inside there, which will help filter the results even more. A correlated subquery is when the where clause references a column that's used in the outer query. The rows selected depend on the rows returned by the outer query result. If a correlated query column name is the same column as the outer query, then prefix the column with table name using dot notation. For example, Movie.Title will refer to the movie table's title column. You can also create an alias as a temporary name to a column or table by using the as keyword followed by the alias name. For example, select title as flick from movie as film. That will create the alias flick for the title and film for the movie table. And the as keyword is optional and it could be omitted, but it's nice to have it so that you kind of know that it's going to be an alias. Many correlated subqueries use the exists operator, which returns true if one or more rows are selected. And there's also the not exists operator, which returns true if no rows are selected by the subquery. So when you're writing a query that seems complex, it's helpful to follow this strategy. First, review the ER diagram and learn the relationships between the tables, including the primary and foreign keys, and this will help you join tables together in your query. And then figure out which columns do you need in the table results and where those columns are located in the database table. And then divide and conquer the queries, doing a query at a time, and then determine how the results should be filtered, grouped, or sorted. So let's try out some subqueries in Mysql. So this database table called artist shown here has several musical artists. And we also have an actor table which shows a bunch of actors, and some of these actors are also artists as well. So we can use a subquery to figure out which artists are also actors. And to do that, let's write our subquery. So let's select everything from the actor table where the name is also in. Select the name from artist. Okay, yeah, it could be as simple as that. Let's run it. Now these are all the actors that are also musical artists as well, and their number of years that they've been acting. And if you wanted to use an alias for years acting, you just didn't like the name of that column, you could do something like this. Select name, comma, years acting as years, and run it again, and now it just replaced years acting with the word years. And you can see that the as is optional. You can just get rid of it and it works the exact same way. And using an alias could also be useful if you're dealing with multiple tables that have the same column names, so that you can tell the column names apart from the tables.